What is up, everybody? It's Alex, and today I am going to be making a video that a few of you guys have requested, and I've been meaning to make for a long time, so I hope this helps a lot. So what I want to do is I want to make a video showing you guys maybe a few tips and tricks on how to get your first win. This is not a video on how to be the best Fortnite player. This is not a video on if I'm really good and I have 30 wins behind my belt, how do I get more wins? This is a beginner's guide, essentially. I want to help you guys who haven't won a single game yet. I want to help you get that first win. I think I have some tips that can really help you. So first things first, as you can see, it's the first thing that's going to happen in any game. It's your landing spot. Now, a lot of people, especially if they don't really know what they're doing, they're going to be landing in areas that are extremely high populated. I would say if you're not winning games, that is going to be a mistake. Sorry, I'm trying to find this guy. I think he ended up going over there. It's going to be a mistake to land in a really high population area. And what I mean by high population is an area that's going to have a lot of people there, obviously. Okay, why is this not breaking? It's going to be an area that has a lot of people there. So let me pull up my map. As you can see, I landed here, and I'm going to be working my way over here. This is my loot run. If you don't really win gunfights, landing in Retail Row where there's a lot of people, that's going to be a problem. Landing in Prison, maybe even Moisty Mire, landing in Pleasant Park. These are areas that are going to have a lot of people, meaning you're going to have a lot of other people to fight. There's a lot of people trying to kill you, and it's probably not going to go over well. You have to realize if you're not winning games, it's probably because you are not a good shot. You can play a game horribly, but if you just land every single shot, you don't have to play with strategy. You can win games. So if you're not winning games over and over again, that tells me that you're probably not a good shot. So that's going to have a lot to do with how we actually play this game, right? So the first tip is to figure out where you want to land. Now, like I said, I'll always land here. If you've watched my streams, I always land here. What I do is I land in this area right here, get up here, and then push towards these buildings. The reason I do that is usually there's not a lot of people, but I can get 1 or 2 kills. Usually I meet them around this area after they clean up. Maybe I can clean up some fights, you know. Usually I can get 1 or 2 kills and get enough loot. As you can see, I already have a decent amount of weapons and heals and stuff. So I'm not going to be fully set coming out of my spawn zone, but I'm definitely going to be ready for a fight. So I'm not saying that you should definitely land where I am, but I would recommend to land in an area that's not super packed with people. So let me give you a few examples. Obviously, racetrack. This is what I call racetrack. A lot of people know this is racetrack. I land here, work over to racetrack. That is a wonderful zone because then you can work up to here. You can work down to Moisty Mire. Depending on where the circle was, you have a lot of freedom on where you can go. I would recommend, you know, this is what I call mansion. This spot right here is very good. You can usually get quite a few weapons and not really too many people land here. There's this whole area right here. There's so many options. Even if people land there, you can find another spot. There's a whole bunch of houses all over the northwestern side. I would highly recommend landing there. Sometimes you can get lucky at Flush Factory, but I wouldn't recommend that. Some of these bridges are very good. Don't land Pleasant Park. Don't land Loot Lake. Don't land Dusty Depot, Salty Springs, Retail Row. You're going to have a bad time. Anarchy Acres and Fatal Fields, those are kind of intermediate spots. There's probably going to be people there, but it's not going to be too chaotic. So you may want to end up going there. But those are just kind of some suggestions of where you could land as a beginner. Okay, so the next tip would be figure out your strengths and your weaknesses. Again, I feel like being a good shot is going to be the biggest strength you could possibly have. So if you are a very good shot, I assume you're probably getting wins and you're probably not watching this video. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that most of you guys watching this video are not terrific shots. You don't land every shot and you lose a lot of gunfights. Now, what I would say there is figure out, okay, you're not the best shot. Maybe you can't win every gunfight, but what are you good at? Or what are you really bad at? And try to play to your strengths and not your weaknesses, okay? So what I mean by that is, first of all, are you a good shot? Yes, okay. So go for a lot of kills. You hear shooting, go and clean them up. If they're shooting, that means that both parties, both people, are probably getting shot at. Meaning, if you can't get there in time to when they're actually shooting, they're probably healing or looting, meaning they're an easy target. Fight everybody you can. Again, I'm assuming that's not who you are, but that is a tip. If you are not a good shot, it's plain and simple, try to avoid fights. And I know that sounds like such a cop-out play, but if you're not going to win the fights, again, you are playing to win the game. If you can win the game by only killing one person and that person being the last person alive, you won the game. Whether you get 20 kills or whether you get 1 kill, you won the game. So, any unnecessary fights, avoid them. There's no reason to fight if you don't have to. So when it comes to figuring out your playstyle, you have to figure out how you're going to play the game. You know, yes, everybody plays the game, they get in the circle and they start playing, but you have to figure out whether you're going to be very, very, very mobile or whether you're going to build a fort and camp there. For example, there's a lot of people that will literally just build a fort or camp in a building until they have to move. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just not the way I play. Personally, I play a weird stealthy style. And by stealthy, I don't mean I'm a camper. I move way more than I would say most people do. However, I'd never build forts unless I'm forced to, and the only reason you're really forced to is in like a top 5 situation. I try to move a lot and use the terrain to my advantage. A lot of people don't do that, but that means a lot of people don't expect me to do that. So right here, this dude has built a fort. Assuming he's still in there, I should have a fairly easy time going up and killing him. Yeah, he's still in there. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh god, missed my shots. Okay, so as you can see, he kind of built himself in a hole right there. Even though I missed my shots, it was... Oh, I don't have any materials. Okay, I got lucky there. Even though I missed my shots, it was a very easy time killing him. We are currently stuck. Okay, so that was just a perfect example right there. He built his way, he was playing very immobile, and it was an easy time killing him. All I had to do was just build up on him and shoot him a couple times. He didn't get a single shot on me. So, back to how I play, as we're looking at Bush right here, who thinks I don't see him. Back to how I... Oh, okay, I didn't think he was going to shoot. I figured I was just going to get up here. 1 second, gotta kill someone else. Probably still... Yeah, he still thinks I don't see him. Oh, he got lucky on that one. GG. Oh crap, where'd he go? What the heck? Oh god. What you doing, bud? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Reload. Oh. Okay, again, I don't know what he's doing. So back to what I was saying about playing stealthy. I like to use environment to my advantage and really just kind of rotate a lot. If you build a fort in game, if you build a fort, you are kind of locked down to that position. People are going to know exactly where you are, and you don't really have an option to move around. If you're kind of sticking to the side and using everything as your advantage, you can flank around, you can move around. People don't know exactly where you are. You can peek them from a different spot. You don't have to just keep building cover around you. So that is something that a lot of people don't expect. They expect people to either be building a fort or camping in a bush. The fact that I'm doing neither, people don't expect me to come out from the places that I am. So that is a very good strategy. It's not a playstyle for everyone, but if you are having issues, I would suggest trying that. Just try to avoid everybody. Don't get close to anyone unless you're trying to kill them, and play stealthy. Don't camp. So another huge tip I would recommend is to build a loadout. I've popped in and out of streams so much, and I have seen way too many people who are just carelessly picking up weapons. They have like 3 pistols and then a revolver and then they have an AR, something like that. And it's just, they don't really understand how to create a loadout. Now I would say this is huge. As you can see right now, I do have a loadout. It's not the best loadout, but very, very specific items in each slot that make the game so much easier, and each weapon so much more usable. Each weapon should have an individual use that it's gonna outperform another weapon. So, for example, in my first weapon slot, I have a sniper. Now, what this sniper is used for is obviously long range. Simple as that. It's a sniper. That's obvious. Now, you don't always have a sniper. Snipers can be rare sometimes. So, this is my ranged weapon slot. What I like to keep here, at the very lowest, I'll keep a revolver. If you hit a shot with a revolver, if you hit a headshot with a revolver, it's usually a one-shot kill, and you can get those, like, across the map. So a revolver is kind of the baseline ranged weapon. Now, Moving away from the revolver, you can use a scoped AR, a burst AR, anything that's actually good at range. But obviously, the king of range is going to be the sniper. So the goal is to get a sniper in this slot. As you can see, I have a bolt action sniper, which since it can use, if it's a headshot, it will be a one-shot kill. And even if it's not a headshot, a lot of times if they're not shielded, you can get a one-shot kill. So I would prefer to have a bolt action rather than a semi-auto sniper. However, having a sniper period is going to be the way to go in this slot. The second slot is my assault rifle slot. As you can see right now, I don't have an assault rifle. Maybe I should call it a semi-auto or an automatic slot, because that's kind of what it goes. I'll take, you know, anything I can here at the mid-range. So pistols, SMGs, but I try to get ARs. Personally, some people debate whether the M16 or the SCAR is better. A lot of people prefer the blue M16 over a SCAR. However, I do not. I greatly prefer a SCAR. So my ideal weapon here would be a SCAR. But right now I have an SMG just because I haven't found an assault rifle yet. But ideally here, this is going to be your mid-range weapon. This is not going to quite be sniper range, but not quite shotgun range either. This is your mid-range game. Maybe destroying trees, their cover and stuff like that, and killing people mid-range. Ideally, an assault rifle once again. Now, you see the shotgun. This is very important. I don't understand how anybody would have a class without a shotgun. They are so overpowered in this game. As you can see, both of the kills that I got were with the shotgun. It is so easy to just push up on people and then just headshot them with a shotgun, and it's over. Now, there are two different shotguns in this game. One is the tactical shotgun, which is what I have right here, and then there's a pump shotgun. Now, it really depends on your playstyle and how accurate you are, what you want to use. Now, again, I'm going to assume that most people watching this video are not great shots, so I'm going to say most people should probably go with the tactical shotgun, which is this one. The reason is because you can get the shots off significantly faster, almost twice as fast. So every time a pump shotgun gets one shot off, you almost get two shots off with this. It doesn't do as much damage and it doesn't have as much range, but having more opportunities to hit a shot will probably be significantly more beneficial to you guys. Now, the reason I want a shotgun in this class is because, like I said earlier, you've seen 2 kills already. It's so incredibly easy to just run up on people and kill them with a shotgun. Simple as that. Shotguns are very powerful in this game, and it makes a lot of sense to run one in every single class, just because if someone's close, if someone sneaks up on you, if you're trying to sneak up on them, a shotgun is going to destroy in close range, whereas with an AR or a sniper, you don't really have as much chance to actually hit something right in front of you. So always have a shotgun in your class. The fourth slot I have is always reserved for explosives. Explosives are very useful in this game, and the reason is not necessarily for killing people. Sometimes it can be very effective for killing people, especially if they're building a fort. However, the reason I use explosives, plain and simple, is to take down cover. If they're building a fort, it's so easy to destroy their fort if you have explosives. If you have a gun, if you have an AR, you have to shoot each individual tile until it breaks. That could be 5-6 bullets on each individual tile. Not to mention actually killing them. By then, they could just turn around and snipe you. If you're just shooting RPGs, you can just peek, shoot one out of cover, peek, shoot one out of cover, and their entire fort is destroyed. So explosives are very useful in terms of just taking down their forts and their cover, anything like that, and it can kill them pretty easily as well. The final slot I have in my inventory is reserved for meds. As you can see right now, I'm kind of screwed because all I have is 1 slurp juice. Ideally, you would use some med kits here. You know, stacking 3 med kits is my go-to, but I haven't been so lucky this game. But essentially, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory why you would want meds. If you get shot, you have meds. Simple as that. I will explain what all the meds do. It's very basic. Bandages, they heal 15 damage or 15 health per bandage. They take a few seconds to actually do, but it's very quick, and you can get up to 75 health. The slurp juice I have right here it will, over the course of 25 seconds, it will heal you 25 health and add 25 shield, but again, over the course of 25 seconds. A med kit will bring you to 100 health. It doesn't matter what health you are at, it will bring you to 100 just by using a med kit. And then there's a shield potion, which will do 50 shield damage. It will do 50 shield points. Okay, hold up. I thought I hit the headshot. I did not hit the headshot, unfortunately. But yeah, then there's the shield and mini shields that will do 25 or 50 shield points added to your health. So make sure you have something. I would recommend, if you only have one slot for meds, always use med kits, especially if you have multiple. So now that you have a class set up, my recommendation would be learn how to shoot. I know that sounds super obvious and kind of ignorant, but learning how to shoot is a huge factor in this game. The shooting mechanics as of right now are absolutely horrible. It's completely RNG where the bullets go, assuming you're using an assault rifle and stuff like that. Even with shotguns, the damage seems like it's RNG sometimes. But you have to learn how to use weapons. For example, if you're using an AR, the bullets can go pretty wildly in different directions. However, you can greatly reduce that. Now, there's two things you can do to reduce the spray or the bloom of the bullets. And those two things, crouching. You need to crouch while you were shooting, and also don't move. I know other games, you're playing Call of Duty and stuff like that, strafing is huge, just sliding back and forth, stuff like that. If you are doing that in this game, you will not hit your shots. You need to be, unless you're almost hurt. But most situations, crouch and sit still, and then burst fire. Do not hold down the trigger unless they are literally right next to you. And that will be your best bet to actually land the shots. That is a huge thing. Now, if you are using a shotgun, the playstyle is completely different. You should only be using a shotgun if they are literally right next to you. And the way to do a shotgun, if they see you, is plain and simple, jumping and strafing. Jump all over the place. Make sure you are mobile, and you will have a great chance of actually not getting hit. You have to learn, it's going to make it harder to hit your shots, but it will be significantly harder for them to hit you. So make sure you are moving and jumping when you are using a shotgun. Alright guys, so new game, and of course the first thing we're going to be talking about is circles. And as you can see, I am nowhere near the circle, and it just started closing in. So circles, obviously, as it is a battle royale, your playstyle is indicated by the circle. You can't just be anywhere in the map you want. You're actually guided by the circle. I'm sure you guys know this, but it's something we have to deal with every single game. But there are different ways to handle the circle. So as you can see, this is a game where I was over here, and the circle is all the way over here. Therefore, I will have to move. Now, there's going to be two situations that you're going to be in. Either you're going to be in the circle when it spawns, or you're going to be outside of the circle when it spawns. If you are inside of the circle, you are at an advantage. People are going to have to be moving towards you, and that means you have more time to loot. As you can see in the game right now, where I'm far away from the circle, I not only have less time to loot, but I also have to push in to a place where people are already set up. There's going to be people with forts. There's going to be people who have already started camping and stuff and buildings and stuff. There are going to be people there that I'm going to have to push into their territory, and there's literally a line that I will have to cross, and they can make it more difficult for me to cross that line. So what I'm going to do in a situation like this, when you have to push into a circle, is make sure you have decent weapons to get in the circle, because chances are the stuff you're going to be passing is either going to be looted, or you're not going to have time to loot it, and once you get in the circle, you're not going to have as much time either. So make sure you at least get enough weapons to fight before you start moving into the circle, and then run for it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get coast side. If the circle has a coast on it, go to it. Less people are going to be on the coast 9 times out of 10. So try. If you have time, run around the circle and get into the coast. It is always going to be better. There's someone here. I'm going to see if I can kill him real quick. Alright, now there's another one who thinks I don't know where he is. Oh god. My shooting is wonderful! What you doing, bud? Oh god, he's not healing. He has a tactical shotgun where I have a pump. It's okay. We got it. And circle's coming in. Okay, he has a sniper. Okay, good thing we're right by the circle. I actually didn't realize we were that close. I thought we were going to take a lot of damage there. So perfect. So as you can see, I made it away with both of those kills, and we got to the circle. What I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by these guys. Uh-oh. Fighting over there. So this is my favorite strategy. If you guys have been to my streams, you know this is how I play. I let people do all the work, and then I clean up and have fun with that. So GG, he had absolutely no chance to stay with me there. All right, I'm actually gonna go, yeah, I'll go rocket launcher over that. Ooh, and he had a blue AR. Okay, so what I was saying, when it comes to making it to the circle, if you're outside of the circle, just run to the circle and try to find the best spot. Again, if you can go by the coast, so I'm going to actually be going for this spot right here. Just because it's the coast, people are going to be farther away from it. I will take more time to get there to be in a better spot, I should say. 9 times out of 10, it will be a better spot. So we've talked about when you're not in the circle. When the first circle, say you spawn in and you are right in the center of the first circle, what do you do there? Now, obviously, there's different ways to play this, but I would recommend kind of just moseying your way over to the edge of the circle. If you're at an edge of a circle, or coast, there's going to be less people. There's going to be people who are fighting to get into the circle, meaning they're less focused on killing you, or they're going to be in different spots. So by going to the edge of the circle, you will have to worry about a lot less people. Again, at the beginning, I noted that you want to avoid all unnecessary fights. This is a very easy way to avoid all unnecessary fights. Stay away from the middle of the circle. You will only have to fight people on one side of you. Don't do this to me. Thank you. By staying at the edge of the circle, you will only have one side that people are going to be attacking you from. Still, okay, we got 5 seconds. So now, I'm going to be basically riding the circle all the way in. I hope I don't have too much trouble getting in the circle. So another gameplay tip I can give you is to build. Now, I have told you that a lot of people, or how I play, is to not build forts, but that doesn't mean I don't build. Building is very, very, very important in this game. And I would say there's 2 types of building that will help you win fights so much. You will win so many more fights once you get quick with building in these 2 different situations. The first situation is just, it should become a reflex. When you're getting shot at, you hear bullets whizzing past your head or you get shot, the first thing you need to do is build a wall. Just press your building button and start spamming around you in the direction that they're shooting from. Then it'll give you a few seconds to realize like where they're shooting you from, and you can start planning your attack. You can get to cover, you can back up, whatever you need to do. But if someone starts shooting at me, I'm going to start building it right this. That needs to be instinct, and it will help so much. Just running to cover is not going to help you in this game. You need to build cover as soon as you start getting shot at. Now, the other situation that you can benefit from building would be actually rushing people. And that may sound weird to you, but as you are rushing an opponent, you always have the advantage by height. Height advantage is huge in this game. You want to be above the player. It's easy to shoot down on them, and it's a lot harder to shoot up on someone. So it helps to build ramps. It provides a little bit of cover, and you can get the height advantage, jump down on them, build into their base, whatever. Always, always, always build ramps as you are pushing someone, whether they see you or whether they don't. Get the height advantage, build ramps. Alright, you guys have heard me say this multiple times in this video already, but I do want to stress this. As a beginner, avoid unnecessary fights. There are very few necessary fights. If someone is directly in front of you shooting at you, you're going to have to fight him. There's very few situations where you can just completely run away and not fight him. Maybe you can backtrack and get to some cover and have the advantage on him. That's completely fine, but you're going to have to fight him at some point. That's not something you can avoid. If you see someone running in front of you, or like I did a couple minutes ago where I engaged 2 people that were fighting, those were unnecessary fights. That was completely not necessary. I just wanted to maybe get some better loot, some better ammo and stuff like that, so I went out of my way to fight those guys. If you see someone running away from you or someone that doesn't see you, unless you see them with a sniper and you need a sniper, unless you see them with a scar and you need a scar, something like that, just don't shoot them. Remain stealthy. Don't let them know where you are. If you shoot, you cause attention. Other people will know where you are, stuff like that. So avoid unnecessary fights. If you don't absolutely need what they have, don't fight. So the last tip I can give you isn't about gameplay. It's not going to immediately make you a better player, but it may help you out in the long run. I really think it will. Now, You need to figure out why you are losing. I've seen so many people that just do the same thing over and over again, and they just don't understand why they keep losing. Now, I know we've all played Far Cry. We all know what the definition of insanity is. Don't do the same thing over and over again. You need to figure out why you aren't winning fights. You need to figure out why you are losing and really focus on improving upon that. Hold up. Ah, I wish that would have been a kill. But you need to improve upon what you are doing that is causing you to lose. It is as simple as that. If you are not winning fights, practice shooting. Just get in as many fights as you can, practice shooting, and then focus on winning. Do it, train. Actually train, get better at shooting, you will win. If you don't understand positioning and you keep dying to stupid positioning, practice. Figure out what better players are doing. Watch other people stream. Watch my stream, Official FTG. I can show you, you know, I can teach you. Learn from better players and figure out why they're winning, how they're playing differently from you. Simple as that. So just informing you guys, this is a 1v1. There's a dude in a bush. Oh god, somewhere over here. Let's see if I can do this. I know he's just camping in a bush. Oh, there he is. There you go. That is how you win your first game. Alright guys, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really do hope it helped. I hope you guys can get some wins off this. Maybe it's just that simple. Maybe some of these tips that I gave you today will help you get your first wins. Once again, I do want to promote my Twitch channel. I do stream every single day at Twitch. The link will be down in the description. Make sure you give me a follow. Make sure you check us out. I do appreciate you. Thank you again for watching the video. I will see you guys later. Take it easy, guys. Have a great day.